This changes everything for the New York Yankees. As a massive report from Jeff Passan has revealed what the Yankees' plan is if Juan Soto chooses to sign elsewhere. We're going to be talking about this and what impact this will have on the New York Yankees and what their ultimate plan will be if we do not see Juan Soto in pinstripes next season. And you guys are going to want to stick around for this one because we have a lot to discuss here in this video. Now, before we get into it, however, we know 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your New York Yankees news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button. Join us here on the channel. We're covering everything New York Yankees. We have a very busy offseason ahead of us, and things have already gotten well underway. And without any further ado, we need to get into this. A massive report from Jeff Passan has came out, and this is what he had to say. The Yankees want Teoscar Hernandez if Juan Soto does not come back. Though Hernandez could have already signed by the time that New York shows where it stands with Soto, chances are Hernandez will be one of the first big names off the board. So the Yankees seem to have a backup plan immediately if Juan Soto is not a New York Yankee at any point in this offseason. But a big part of what we have to think about here and what we have to remember is that Juan Soto is going to be taking his time on this. He's going to be going with all options, seeing where he can get the money, where he wants to play, and whatnot. However, Teoscar seeming to be one of the first going to be off the board. He's going to be a very hot commodity at a decent price by many, many teams. And I will pull up the first screenshot that we have here. And I'm not going to read all of this, but as you can see, we have two teams highlighted there, the Orioles and the Yankees. And in a brief summary of this, both of those teams are linked and are interested in Teoscar Hernandez as well. So if the Yankees are really wanting to go out of their way and looking to sign Teoscar Hernandez, they are going to have some heavy competition in the AL East. We know he was already with Toronto. That's not seeming like it's going to happen ever, not ever again, but once in this offseason. But looking at the Red Sox and Orioles, two teams that are on the up, Baltimore already there. A Teoscar Hernandez signing for one of those could be a very big hit to the New York Yankees in the AL East competition going for years ahead. We've seen what it can do in recent years, how good these teams can be, and unfortunately, that's not what we want to see. We know the Yankees can beat both these teams with the roster they have, but these teams getting better, and these teams seeming to be adding significant names, as in Teoscar Hernandez and Juan Soto being in the mix for those teams as well. It is very interesting to see what the Yankees are going to choose to do. Now, obviously, Juan Soto is the main priority, and that is no surprise. We know Juan Soto wants to be with a team that can win. The Yankees went to the World Series, obviously not the result we wanted, but certainly something that can be built upon with a Juan Soto addition or keeping him on this lineup, the additions that can be made. And that's one thing the Yankees are going to have the eye as well, is the price tag, what they're going to want to do. And obviously they can afford him and whatnot, but it will all depend on how much they can add afterwards. And I think the Yankees seeming like they want to continue to add more and more. And looking at Teoscar's stats this year, 32 years old, and not just this season, but the past few seasons, we know that Teoscar is a very, very heavy bat. Good arm in the field as well, replacing Soto in right field. So that would figure out their outfield situation that we've kind of been discussing. We've seen Anthony Santander be linked to the Yankees from the Baltimore Orioles. That would fill out that outfield as well for Juan Soto's position. But ultimately, I think that Teoscar Hernandez is someone that the Yankees would prefer in any situation. Now, we've also mentioned a few names here that have gone on to be linked to the Yankees. I will touch on in a minute, but once going back to Teoscar Hernandez's stats, a very good season this year, career high in home runs at 33, and that's only going to go up. You know, still 32 years old, he is a big power bat, and especially in Yankee Stadium, he could be a very, very useful tool for the Yankees. Now, the Yankees don't lack power. That's something that we have plenty of, but his bat has been getting better over the years and in recent memory as well. Getting older, he seems to be getting better contact with the ball, not just home runs, but on hits in general. And a 272 average this year, one of the best in his career, and obviously not in the past few seasons, but earlier on in his career was better, but in recent memory, that was a very, very good batting average for him. And of course, it is someone that can kind of be worked around in any situation that the Yankees want. The outfield, DH not likely an option with Giancarlo there, but the utilities that we can see Teoscar bring, I think will be a valuable asset to the New York Yankees. And of course, looking at what we've seen in what I mentioned earlier, the recent teams that have been, or the recent players have been linked to the Yankees, this comes from John Morosi, if you imagine the Yankees not signing Juan Soto, then perhaps they pivot a combination of Santander, Christian Walker, and maybe Willy Adames. And I mentioned in that video that I covered a few days ago. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already and want a deeper breakdown on these guys. But I mentioned that the Yankees may choose to go out here and get a few of these. Not probably all three, but maybe they want to take one or two of them and someone else. And I think that the option of Teoscar Hernandez, maybe with Willy Adames, or maybe with Christian Walker at first base, whatever they want to do, a slight combination or a slight alteration, I think Teoscar Hernandez could pair with realistically any of these other than Anthony Santander, as Santander is meant to be the immediate replacement for Juan Soto if Juan Soto does not become a Yankee once again. But doing a Teoscar and Christian Walker maybe if they don't get a Pete Alonso or someone on first base, or a Willy Adames to place on the left side of the infield, whatever they choose to do, whether they put Jazz at second, whether they move Anthony Volpe to second. There's many options that the Yankees have kind of explored, it seems like, in many reports where we've seen stuff that we don't know that could happen. There's an infinite possibility of combinations the Yankees could choose to make out of this, and really what they choose to do is only up to Juan Soto, in my opinion. And looking at what Juan Soto has, he has many teams that he's lined up to interview with, and as you've seen in the video yesterday from Chris, the Yankees are not on that list as of right now, or they're not in the immediate list. First of all, the Blue Jays, then I believe the Red Sox. So once again, some immediate AL East competition, and many other teams are going to have conversations with Juan Soto. So if the Yankees kind of feel like they're out of the running for Juan Soto, which obviously they shouldn't, he's currently or most recently with the Yankees, so there should be a bit of a bias there going, especially heading back to the World Series. And as once again Jeff Passan said here, they want to see Teoscar Hernandez, frankly, but it will all depend on Juan Soto and where he stands and what the chances are. So, do the Yankees go out and maybe choose Teoscar Hernandez over Juan Soto? I know it seems like a crazy option, but if they feel like they're out of the running, and if they feel like they're probably not the favorites, or their odds of landing him are dimming down, maybe they go Teoscar Hernandez early and choose to go elsewhere and build more assets, such as the guys I just named in Christian Walker, Willy Adames, maybe Anthony Santander. I doubt that if there is a Teoscar Hernandez on the board, but Teoscar Hernandez and Juan Soto, both these possibilities lead to kind of an infinite combination of moves for the Yankees in this offseason. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the Yankees are going to be still going after Soto, even if their odds are dwindling? Or do you think they take that early jump on Teoscar, knowing that the Orioles, Red Sox, and multiple other teams in the AL, and especially the AL East, are once again linked to Teoscar Hernandez, the recent nominee or award winner for the Silver Slugger? But like I said, let me know what you think. Some big stuff coming from the New York Yankees in a couple days and a couple weeks. So we're going to keep you guys updated with everything here. Make sure to hit the sub button if you want all of your Yankees news. We got it covered here for you guys. But like I said, that's all I got in this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.